Welcome to a bonus episode of Redesigning Your Relationships Live. I'm your host, Giovanna Bridges White, with my co-host,
Yvette Valdenegro. Yay, bonus.
I know, we're so excited. Twice in 1 week. So thank you for watching us on Wednesday. And since it's our favorite day of the year, it's International Women's Day, we wanted to do a special episode just for you. So hope you have time to celebrate you for a little bit.
Okay, so I love when we have months of like topics that support what the rest of the world is doing as well. But in case you haven't heard, it is not only International Women's Day, officially March 8th today, but it's also International Women's Month. And anyone who is connected to Geo knows what a whole month's worth of stuff means. So stay tuned. But today, what we're going to be talking about is literally 100%. Most of this, I'd say 80% of what we're going to be sharing today came straight from the International Women's Day website, period. I didn't want to change a thing because I think their initiative, what they're trying to do. And my favorite thing is it's way more global than I know I could have ever done just with our own information. So kudos to them. If you ever want to know what's going on, they're the resource. And the best thing, the theme for the year is inspire inclusion. Oh, love it, and more love it.
Well, we're going to get started. So, wanted to talk about, again, we didn't change a thing because why do we have to? We're going to do 4 parts altogether. So this is part 1, and then 2, 3, and 4 will just follow because it's going to be a whole month of Women's Month. And I'm just going to go through, I'll do like 1, you do 1, I do 1, and you do 1. Is that how you want to do it?
Yeah, except for, did you get my notes that I sent you?
I did get the notes that you sent me.
Okay, because number 3 on this list is a long, so we'll go back and forth with that one.
No, I meant like I'll just read from here, or maybe I'll read from here and you can go down the list. There we go.
Yeah, which is, oh my God, look at us. Okay, you know how we always say that we're like unfiltered, uncut, or whatever. Now people know when we have notes how complicated it is. Did you get the notes I sent you? Because again, I took this straight from the website.
All right, perfect. So I'm just gonna go down the list, and then you can kind of go. Then we can go through each one. So committing to inspire inclusion. How will you inspire inclusion? Everyone, everywhere can inspire inclusion, and then strike the hashtag inspire inclusion pose, which will show you a picture later.
Okay. Wait till the end and you'll know what that is. And then you can walk around all month doing it. Okay. Committing to inspire inclusion. Let's just, the word commit, we just have to do it. We live in a world now that there is no such, I just can't even imagine a world where there isn't inclusion. Like my brain just doesn't understand that. But I get that the rest of the world, I mean, obviously there's a lot of not so great things happening right now. But if we just commit ourselves individually to not even be inspirational ourselves, but to support other people who are being inspirational for supporting the whole efforts of being inclusive. And inclusive to me isn't just about the color of someone's skin. It's about cultures. It's about religion. It's about, what you want to say, spirituality. It's about someone's pursuits and what they're trying to do in their life. It's about their own sexuality. It's about their expression of who they are. I love that we live in a world that's so much more prevalent. Okay, crazy this morning when I got dressed. And this is how I feel like, I just wish that everybody had more of this. I'm getting dressed. Of course, I'm going gray. And I'm like, okay, don't want my hair up, but I don't want it down. Blah, blah, blah. So I put this little braidy thing in that I've done braids since I was a little girl. But I started noticing, oh my gosh, my hair is getting curlier. It's getting what I would say ethnically kinky. It's just like starting to like do its own thing. Then I put on this, I've got my glasses that are definitely huge, right? I've got this new shirt that's, wind. It's like, it just works in your favor. You can't see, but I'm wearing jeans. And then I've got these gold, shoes. It's like a mix mash, hodgepodge, eclectic, what in the world? But I'm like, I'm going to be diverse today and just be myself. I'm like, this is how I feel. This is how I want to be. And I just want to encourage other people to be who you are. We all have gifts and talents and unique things about us. And I think that's what makes us special and unique. So keep doing it and keep inspiring other people and be the inspiration for other people too.
I love it. So obviously, we can't get away with today that we're live because we're actually at an International Women's Tea. So we can't be at two places at one time. So I wanted to say that because how will you inspire inclusion? Well, I have the honor to host the Latinas in Heels International Women's Tea. And I'm, for those of you who know us, we're like, we want to do something different. We don't want to do all the same things. And when I was picking the panelists, and going through like what do women need this year, what's happening, STEM is near and dear to my heart because somebody we know is going to school in STEM and has taught us a lot. But it's crazy because I had a second panelist who also is in women in technology and women in STEM, and it's crazy because when we talk about it, you and I, because Simone's going to school for it, but like even talking about it at the giving out, there's still not a lot of information out there. A lot of people don't know what it is. And so I think just having the different age group of women at the event today, the different cultures, different backgrounds, people were like, oh, I mean, is it Latina based? Yes, it is. There's a lot of, we're talking about Latina pay gap too, but it's also for people to come and get educated. This is the time. Like, so if you don't know, so I felt like, how will I inspire inclusion? Like today, this month, this year, I just want to bring these topics to life to other women for people to educate and then for people to come and get education and go, wow, I didn't know that. How can I get more information? And also we should be able to speak to what is happening, like what is going on. So I'm excited that that's what we're doing today while this is airing. We're in the middle of that mist. And we'll have, the main thing for me too, like if you didn't attend the event, the behind the scenes, all the reels, all the fun stuff is going to have like individual aha moments and individual, like, this is what I learned. So later on, so if you didn't come to the event, don't worry. We will promise that Latinas in Heels is going to keep on spreading the love and the education on everything that we did here today. Okay, I'm done.
All right. That was like a little infomercial too, but I love it. And please support the businesses that were sponsors and the people that participated, support their businesses, because that's part of inclusion is the support, which brings us to the next thing. So we're going to read this list. We're going to go very quickly through what the actual website for International Women's Day is saying to us as women in the world as how can we inspire inclusion? And here's some examples. Forging women's economic empowerment. I feel like that is whether it is a donation, whether that is mental support, whether that is like coming up with great ideas, that there still is discrepancies in the amount that women make, that women can get, the support economically. So anything you can do to be a voice, to be a support to any of that is going to make a difference. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, I was going to let you do this one because I just went off on a tangent.
Recruiting, retaining, and developing diverse talent. Oh, okay. I think it's just spoken that when you're looking for people to hire, when you're looking for people to be on any kind of platform, make sure when you look at the broad spectrum that you're including the diversity of all the people groups and religions and everything else that we said earlier. Okay, supporting women and girls in leadership, decision-making, business, and STEM. Gio just said that. What a great example. A lot of people don't even know what STEM is, and people don't even know what the opportunities in science, technology, engineering, and math are pertaining to women, but there are corporations that have definitely jumped on and have said, yes, it's super important to us, and we want to support the women who want to be a part of STEM.
Wait, I'm going to pause you because we just also did this without knowing we did this.
What? Oh, yes, go ahead, say it.
We did at the giving out. We were helping girls, like juniors and seniors, with decision making for the next season of their life. And I think that's super important. Like, lucky that we got to do it beforehand, but it doesn't just start when you're older. Like, we need to start this when they're in school. So little plug there for the giving out. Thank you for allowing us to empower the girls at the giving out.
Yes, amazing time too. Okay, other ways to inspire inclusion. Designing and building infrastructures meeting the needs of women and girls. Okay, when I read that, I think of everything from businesses, actual buildings, the way women may need certain things that are different from men. One thing I will say that I'm very happy to see that has taken a while is the family bathroom. women, you can tell, like when you go into a bathroom and there's a place for a woman if she needs to nurse her child. I am so out of that realm, but it gives me like, oh, I love just seeing it because I just know what that means to someone else. I also like it when you know that the same thing is offered, not a nursing room, but a sitting room for men in their bathroom, because guess what? Men take care of their children too. So again, just the whole, like we have to be really sensitive to what is meeting the needs. The other thing is that we don't have enough of, and I'm not kidding when I say this because my mom just went through this before she passed. You'd be amazed at how many there isn't even handicap accessibility in so many buildings still. The availability for someone just to be able to walk up a ramp or have a ramp or get into somewhere or park somewhere, they can't even go to something. So just be thinking bigger picture. Okay, another way, helping women and girls make informed decisions about their health. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Involving women and girls in sustainable agriculture and food security. Okay, when I read that too, I also think of just that ties in with health, that the overall concept of food is nourishment and our healthy ways of looking about that as women and even our own bodies. Okay, providing women and girls with access to quality education and training, self-explanatory. Elevating women and girls' participation and achievement in sports, which I think that we've come a long way, but there still is a huge discrepancy, not only in the pay, but I also with, actually, this just happened. The soccer is huge worldwide, but the women don't get quite, obviously, the amount of TV and cable their games on like the guys do. I understand a lot of it has to do with just, well, not as many people watch, but I also think it's because a lot of people just don't know. But women are just as entertaining as men. They're just as athletic and they're amazing at what they do. Okay. Promoting creative and artistic talent of women and girls. Absolutely. If you know someone that is creative, talented, thinking beyond the scope, elevate them, promote them, put them on your social media, just give them a space for other people to get to know them. Addressing further areas supporting the advancement of women and girls. Love it.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a section for everyone everywhere can inspire inclusion, but I think that's in the notes, but I do think that that's just important. Like you said earlier, it's so weird. Like we don't hang out with those people because we don't know them, but I get that around the world it doesn't happen. But I do feel like in the US, even yesterday talking in Women in Construction Week, where because we've had the time to really catch up, like that's really what it's been. Who you're in line with, who you're talking to. I didn't know until recently about the Women in Construction Week, like how much they've done in the last 26 years. But you and I are involved in groups like ABWA, 75 years, a women's group of 75 years. Like, so for us, it's in our DNA, and we just hope to sprinkle that and like help everyone be that. But like you said earlier, it's not just about the color of your skin, it goes deeper. And what does that mean? So we really hope that like this little mini episode helped you, and we'll have everything in the show notes so you can kind of go back. And if you're watching us on Spotify, I love this. I'm going to go a little deeper in this episode, and I'm going to do a poll, and I'm going to have every single one of those bullet pointed. And I want you to let us know, like, where do you feel you need help in? Because that's a lot. That's a lot. But some of us may be better in some areas and understand more. Like we know Simone is going to like drop the mic with STEM, but some of us may not know that. So let us know how we can help you and what else we can create or what other information we can give you. And we'll also have the link to the website that we pulled all this information for so that you can go deeper and really learn a little bit more.
Okay, I just thought of something you said too, as far as ABWA and all the years that people have been doing into really supporting women. Just think about it. 75 years ago was the 1950s. Imagine what it was like for those women to have businesses. The concept of even, I want to start this. Oh, no, you're not. Why not? Just imagine the controversy, the hurdles they had to go over. And we are seriously stepping on the shoulders of many, many, many women who have lifted each other up so that we could be lifted up to even do what we're doing. So imagine, and when I say we, I mean any woman listening to this. So imagine right now that list that Gio just said she was going to post. if you just took one thing and just said to yourself, I'm going to do something to really inspire and be inclusive, you have no idea what that one thing, how that could affect change for the next 50 to 75 years.
Mm.
And it's crazy how we just think, oh, nobody listens. People listen, people care, and there's so much more support out there of other like-minded women who also want to inspire and include others.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm just gonna cry because I love this month. This is my favorite month, other than my birthday month. You guys know that I love Women's Month. It's like near and dear to my heart.
Oh my
Should we
God,
talk
and they're
about
back to back.
I know. Look at my back. Look at my women's wall. Like I have it here and everything.
I said the months are back to back.
Oh, I know. It's like boom, boom. It's like party time. That's why we don't have a little work plan, because we have a lot of fun planned. We have a lot of fun.
And I love that they did this. I was like, oh my gosh, how awesome. So for the whole month, when you do the heart, it is to, pay tribute to the International Women's Month and hashtag inspire inclusion. So cute. Love it.
Well, we're gonna be back next week, really live, because you caught us. You got us, because we can't really be two places at one time. But we will be live next week with part 2, and then we'll have 3 and 4. And because we're doing this, I'm gonna give another little extra tidbit. Hold on, you didn't even know what I was gonna do.
Oh boy.
Okay. First of all, you can see my women's wall. But remember when Christina bought me this book? How much I love this book.
Yeah.
This is a great book. So I'll put the link in there too. If you want to have a coffee table book, or you want to see more amazing quotes by amazing women, Roar by Ashley Longshore. She's amazing. Her Instagram is amazing. I absolutely love her. Shout out to Christina Slavic. Thank you for buying me this gift, because it is near and dear to my heart. But just know, even though Women's Month is a whole month and we get it, it should be every day for you. I feel like our legacy, our love, what we do is about hashtag women supporting women every single day. So stay tuned for next week. I'm not going to go into sponsorship this month, because this is a bonus, or this episode is a bonus episode. And I just really want people to go through the show notes. If you're watching us on Spotify, do the poll. We're all about interaction. We want to hear you. And then we will be back again next week.